Hey guys, it's Kyle, Bennett at hardocp.com, and what you're seeing this morning is that's the back end of my test table that we've pulled out from against the wall here. That has the XSPC Raystorm Threadripper block plumbed into it, and there you'll see our reservoir, and you'll see the RX 480 radiator right there, and then you'll see the leads that come down with our dry brakes on them for changing out our blocks. I wanted to show you how these work. So what I've done is I've got a piece of paper there on the floor, and what I'm going to show you is how these dry brakes fittings work, how well they do work. So here's our dry brake, which leads from our reservoir back up to our block right now. So all you want to do is you want to keep kind of straight with these and pull straight out. So while we got a decent bit of leakage there, we still didn't get much. So let's pull this one. Yep, I got this one on this way. So not much at all. Got a little bit of air in the system there. But so now I can show you we can pull our block off. So here is our Bykski block. I've already got it plumbed in. I pre-filled the tubing, took it out in the garage. Pre-filled the block, pre-filled the tubing. So we ended up with a little bit of air in the system, not much. And we wouldn't, so you see how much splash we got originally. You could have curtailed this in your own system because we still had a lot of head pressure on this. We were pulling these out actually at the bottom. So we've got the weight of all that fluid in the system coming into this. So this is our, always leave these protective covers on the nipples of these things if you use these, because you only need to drop them on the floor once or the concrete somewhere to booger these up, and then you're not in good, they won't work well. So here we go, put it back together. Make sure you're flat. Push right in. That is our right one. Again, make sure your fitting's flat. There we are. So we'll be able to see here in a minute how much coolant we got, or how much air we got in the reservoir, which is going to be almost none. So let's get the system primed and then we'll get it up and testing. Okay guys, so I was going to show you exactly what we found to be the best method so far of applying a thermal interface material for these CPUs. And tell you what, it's pretty messy. So what we do, we clean the surface of the CPU with a 99% isopropyl alcohol. Then we come back, lint-free cloth it, polish it out. Now you can use a credit card for this. People don't like me using my fingers for this, but whatever. I do, because I get a feel for what's down on the surface. You can buy little finger condoms so you don't get any oils down on it. Now, a lot of times I don't use these finger condoms because we're only going to have this mount on here for maybe a day. But if you're doing any kind of long-term usage at all, I would highly suggest you not stick your finger in it. So that feels really good. Let me wipe some of the excess off here. Get off my finger. And so obviously you can use credit card for this or any kind of other flat edge, but you just don't get the feel. If you do it with your finger, you can really get the feel for what's going on there. Oh, sorry about that. I'm not going to worry about that corner there. Okay, now talking to the guys at XSPC, and what we've learned here on our own is this is what we've been doing. Come back, now you got that cleared with a small dab in the middle, just a little bit. I've been putting a little bit over toward the outer edges. And so what this seems to do is give the, once you have that base layer of paste down, it seems to give the paste easier flow to the edges. And obviously we've got a lot of surface area we're trying to cover here too. So this is the way I've done it for my last 3 mounts for Threadripper, and quite frankly we've gotten really good matings with them. I can we'll be putting pictures up and stuff. I've taken pictures of every mount we've taken off. Okay, so we've got our Bykski. We've cleaned it with isopropyl alcohol and cleaned it with a lint-free cloth as well. We get our holes lined up. The mounting system on this is extremely simple. So what we have is, it's got Allen bolts that bolt down in the 4 corners with nice set of washers. And kind of, quite frankly, I'm really liking this mounting system. This block is solid. And one thing I've found, which is important here, I have not been able to break the Threadripper mount, and I have put an extreme amount of force down on it. So okay, we're gonna get that one started just a little bit. Get that one started. Did we hit the hole? I think we did. Okay, so we got all 4 of our mounts started. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to come back here and I'm simply going to push it down, hold it in place, do a cross pattern until we start feeling tightness on every corner. Okay, I've got pressure on every corner of the block right there now. Okay. So let's see if I can get these out of your way. I got enough length on them to get them back over here. So. This is where feel comes into it a lot, right? I saw a tiny bit of fluid right there. I washed this block off. I don't like them. So when I pre-filled it out in the garage, I got it wet. And I washed it off. I didn't want the fluid coming drying on it and discoloring it. So that is not the block's fault, if you can see that on camera. That is that's me not drying it well. Now once you get this running, we get some heat to it. I'm going to go back and tighten these down a little bit more again, see how I feel about it. I like this mounting system. It seems extremely robust and exactly what you need and not what you don't. So I guess we'll find out now exactly how the block works. This is Kyle Bennett at Hard OCP.